From insult to compliment, welcome to Birdlens, presented by the Birdlens app. I'm Sheila, and we are reconsidering what bird intelligence means.
I'm Victor. This is Season 1, Episode 6. Previously, we learned to measure intelligence without forcing birds into human-only tests.
Before listening, remember that intelligence means flexible problem solving, not human likeness. Behavior needs context, and one clever act never settles everything.
Exactly, Sheila. Ask what a task demands, then compare evidence cautiously. Curiosity is enough today, and neuroscience experience is unnecessary.
First, we trace why Birdbrain became an insult. Then, we revisit compact brains, revised maps, and behaviors that turn that label toward praise.
That order matters, Sheila. Words shaped expectations, and expectations shaped research questions. We will separate inherited assumptions from observations and experiments.
Victor, quiz time. What finding best overturns the assumption that a small bird brain must support a small mental life? And why?
My opinion is that the best response makes a disciplined case from the clues. I will explicitly defer the answer until you reveal it later.
Key terms first. A neuron is a nerve cell carrying signals. Brain mass means brain weight. Intelligence means flexible solutions across changing situations.
A pallium is a bird forebrain region involved in higher processing. A cortex is layered outer tissue in mammal forebrains. Their structures differ importantly.
So, Victor, birds need not possess a mammal cortex to process information richly. Is that careful wording, or does it claim too much?
It is careful, Sheila. Similar outcomes do not prove identical minds. They show that different biological designs can solve demanding problems.
Compared with the prior episode, today we increase technical complexity. Historically, small skulls encouraged people to call birds primitive and bird brains stupid.
The motivation was understandable but flawed. Scientists looked for familiar mammal features. Older maps treated much bird forebrain as basal ganglia, linked with movement.
Later, researchers revised those names. Much of the forebrain was recognized as pallial, with important comparisons to mammalian pallial structures and functions. Then anatomy found cortex-like circuit organization in bird forebrains. Evolution produced another arrangement for complex computation, not a miniature mammal brain. Now, compact design matters. A 2016 study found parrot and songbird brains average twice as many neurons as same-mass primate brains.
Density is not a universal intelligence score, Sheila. Still, it explains why size alone misleads. Counts, circuits, learning, and behavior belong together.
My understanding, Victor, is that more neurons make a bird intelligent. Is that correct? Or am I replacing one simple measure with another?
Improve it this way. Sheila, neurons provide processing potential, not a verdict. Their placement, connections, learning, body demands, and behavior all matter.
I picture neurons as workers and connections as roads. More workers help only when roads reach useful places. Does that mapped relationship work?
Yes, with caution. Roads are not passive, and brains change through experience. Your analogy shows why counts need circuit and behavior evidence.
Should we assume a 6-layered mammal cortex is required for sophisticated thought? That assumption seems biased against the pallium's different architecture.
We should not assume that. Birds lack a mammalian cortex, yet the avian pallium has cortex-like circuitry. Different architecture can support computation.
Here is an edge case. A crow solves a puzzle after many trials. Could persistence, rather than planning, explain the result?
Absolutely. New Caledonian crow studies hid stages of metatool problems. Birds retained tools, sub-goals, and goals beyond simply repeating visible movements.
For a real-world action, I would film crows across repeated situations. I would record tools, delays, choices, weather, and changing conditions.
That is strong field practice, Sheila. Add dates, locations, and alternative explanations. Repeated records reveal patterns and prevent one encounter becoming certainty.
Compared with a dog copying a gesture, a crow selecting tools faces different demands. The pitfall is calling both abilities identical. Avoid that.
Right. Compare tasks specifically instead of ranking species globally. Tool selection may involve planning, but one behavior never proves an entire cognitive profile.
My best tip is to ask what information the bird had before acting. A distinct fact is that same mass parrot brains average twice primate neuron counts.
Good tip, Sheila. That finding supports compact processing potential. It does not rank parrots above primates because cognition has many separate dimensions.
I once watched a crow pull food from a drain with a twig. My mnemonic is map, match, measure. Architecture, behavior, then testing.
Lovely. Sheila, to reinforce your key point, map explains structure, match checks behavior, and measure tests alternatives. That avoids overconfident stories.
We planned a focused episode of just over 6 minutes so we can pause before overload. Victor, does this scope preserve the central lesson?
Yes. The short episode should leave one durable question. Are we judging birds by their capacities or by resemblance to ourselves?
My quiz answer is the neuron count finding. The parrot and songbird brains average twice the neurons of primate brains with the same mass.
Correct. With our caution, that finding directly challenges the size assumption. Circuitry and behavior then show what that processing potential may enable.
Our recap. Birdbrain began as an insult. Old maps distorted expectations, dense neurons changed the picture, and different architectures can support complex minds.
Cambridge Dictionary still defines birdbrain as a stupid person. Science has outrun that usage because evidence reveals capable, flexible, and surprising avian minds.
Next in the series is Season 1, Episode 7, Feathered Dinosaurs, Modern Minds. Victor, we will explore how ancestry in flight shaped brains.
That question extends today's reversal, Sheila. Once bird minds earn respect, we can examine why evolution shaped their unusual cognitive equipment.
Subscribe to and rate Birdlens. Download the Birdlens app for more listening. Thanks for joining Sheila and Victor.